About the youth unemployment rate, I think there's a unique, unofficial indicator we can use to gauge it, the library index. Take a look at the scene outside urban libraries at 8 a.m. The length of the lines and the number of seats filled half an hour after opening can tell you if youth unemployment is getting worse or better. These young people are mostly unemployed, either recent graduates preparing for further studies, job seekers losing hope and considering public service exams, or preparing to study abroad. There's even those unemployed, pretending to go to work, so the wife won't get suspicious he has lost his job. The world outside is giving them too much pressure, so they choose the library to escape or for some quiet study time.
As China's economy continues to deteriorate, free public libraries have replaced Starbucks as a refuge for an increasing number of unemployed individuals. The library index has been humorously referred to by netizens as the new barometer for observing China's unemployment rate, especially as the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, ceased publishing youth unemployment statistics.
The Guangzhou Library is just perfect for unemployed people like me who pretend to go to work. Free water, charging, toilets, and 9 floors of free books. No need to go to Starbucks. Where do all the unemployed in Guangzhou go? Let's visit the Guangzhou Library, a familiar place for many. On a weekday, it's full of people with hardly a seat free. You'll see, aside from parents with kids and students studying, many middle-aged people reading or resting. A significant number of them are unemployed. They come here daily like they're going to work, just like those sitting in Starbucks. This is a snapshot of the current state of unemployment in Guangzhou.
In July 2023, China's youth unemployment rate reached a record 21.3%, after which official statistics ceased in August, citing optimization of statistical methods. Despite their absence from official data, these unemployed youths are visibly present in libraries. Videos from the internet show that libraries in cities like Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen are packed even on weekdays, with no seats to spare. Filled with unemployed youth and middle-aged people, many prefer the library over staying at home to avoid worrying their families, pretending to work by carrying a computer. They spend their days like office workers, but without jobs or salaries. A netizen commented, "When Starbucks is full of unemployed middle-aged people, at least it shows they can afford a cup of coffee, but when public libraries are filled with them, it indicates a more significant problem." My headhunter friends say the situation is even more severe. Shanghai's libraries are full every workday with aimless unemployed people. China's employment market in 2023 faced extreme challenges, with young people graduating into unemployment and frequently changing jobs within a year. Believe it or not, I'm jobless again. Here's what happened. Today my boss said our design department is disbanding because the store isn't selling enough, so they don't need us anymore. That includes me and 2 others, even our supervisor. The boss was crying, apologizing, feeling terrible. We could only tell him it's okay and to hang in there. It's tough for the boss and for us too, working overtime for a salary that is equivalent to a probationary level, and now they're just letting us go. We've negotiated to leave on the 15th after we launch a new design. It's just so hard to find a stable job nowadays. It's been a year since I came to Shenzhen, 3 jobs, but never a full-time salary. I'm tired, not looking for a job in the near term. It's worse than a TV drama. I'm unemployed again, my 4th time in 2023. This time, I lost my job after just 5 working days. Yesterday at 4:58 p.m., my boss sent me a voice message. I had a bad feeling when I saw it. It wasn't good news. He said he needed an employee who would only take 1 day off per week, and asked me not to come in today, planning to hire someone new. I had told him I'd be able to take just 1 day off after my exams on December 9th and 10th after my graduation. He initially agreed, even supported the staff's self-improvement, but suddenly he changed his mind. On December 15, 2023, official Chinese statistics reported a national urban unemployment rate of 5% for November, claimed to be the lowest since December 2021. However, this figure, which excludes most of China's rural population and part-time workers, is widely disbelieved. The official claim states that working as little as 1 hour per week disqualifies one from being considered unemployed. In Shanghai, job hunting is outrageous. A position paying 6,000 yuan, about 850 US dollars per month, has 6 or 7 competitors, all well educated. It makes you wonder if you'd even have an edge in the current market. The situation now is just about keeping up with learning. Nobody knows what's next. Some argue that the high unemployment rate among college graduates is due to an oversupply of graduates. Yet, according to the 2020 census, college students, excluding those from Hong Kong and Macau, only account for about 15.5% of the national population. Others suggest that the unemployment is high because graduates are reluctant to take up more labor-intensive jobs. This theory has been refuted by many, citing the large number of graduates and master's degree holders who resort to delivering food or driving for ride-hailing services.
December 31st, 2023, 8:30 a.m. at Luojiang Ball Court. It's packed with people. And at 9 a.m., the job market is overflowing. It's even busier than the last few days. The streets are swarming with job seekers. Now even college students are out delivering food. The job market this year is just insanely competitive. It's like there are too many college graduates, over 10 million of them, and then they say there aren't enough newborns. Today, I ran into 6 college grads delivering food, all fresh out of school this year and born after 2000. I'm speechless. I knew the job market was tough, but this is beyond what I expected. In the past, 5,000 yuan could hire a laborer. But now it's what a college graduate gets. Laborers' wages have gone up, but the pay for delivery guys hasn't. This industry has become so fiercely competitive, it's unbelievable.
Netizens have observed a paradox in Chinese society where the price of school district houses rise while the value of a college degree diminishes. They note that the most devalued asset in recent years isn't property, but academic credentials. Parents fiercely compete for school district houses, but in 10 years, their children might struggle to support themselves. Meanwhile, the Chinese Ministry of Education states that the number of college graduates from Chinese universities is expected to reach 11.8 million in 2024, an increase of 210,000 from this year, suggesting that the youth unemployment problem will likely worsen. Liu Yuanchun, an economist and president of Shanghai University of Finance and Economics, has pointed out, youth unemployment is not merely a cyclical issue, but a systemic and trend-based problem. It could persist for a decade, with its severity intensifying in the short term. If mishandled, it might lead to societal issues beyond the economic realm, potentially igniting political problems. A new term has emerged among young Chinese who call themselves 45-degree youth. If lying flat is 0 degrees and extreme competitiveness is 90 degrees, then oscillating between these two states in search of a footing is described as 45 degrees. They use this term to describe the current plight of being unable to roll up or lie down. Faced with a harsh environment, the mental health of Chinese youth has worsened in recent years, with increasing cases of depression, self-harm. A report titled Development Report on National Mental Health in China 2021 to 2022, published by the Chinese Academy of Sciences in February 2023, reveals that youth are at a high risk of depression. Screening shows that 24% of individuals aged 18 to 24 are at risk, significantly higher than other age groups, with those aged 25 to 34 at about 12%. When young people struggle with unemployment upon graduation, middle-aged individuals face a more dire situation, powerless against widespread layoffs and burdened with family financial responsibilities.
I can't live anymore, I'm unemployed. Just finished my resignation, ending a 3-year career. 2023 is tough, companies are downsizing, and I couldn't escape. Just a few days ago, everything was normal. Commuting, ordering lunch. Then my boss called me to his office, proposing to cut my salary to 3,000, essentially forcing me out, right at 33. With a young child and no income, the pressure is immense. Monthly mortgages, utilities, living expenses, debts. Life is costly without income. I managed short video operations but couldn't keep up with the late nights. My trainees were more promising, and eventually, I was let go. That's the harsh reality. Last month of 2023, and I'm unemployed again. It took an hour to complete the handover and resignation process. This morning, like any other, I clocked in, unaware of the impending company restructuring. At 10:30 a.m., I was called for a talk. The leader apologized. Due to the tough market, our company's performance had been declining and our salaries reduced. Now, they had to consolidate departments. I was merged into another team. Although my salary didn't decrease, I had to work from home after 5:30 p.m. until 9 p.m. With dropping pay and increasing hours, I thought about quitting. After discussing with my wife, who also found the salary unacceptable, I decided to resign. I work in internet healthcare, and the environment has been tough. We switched from 2 days off to 1, and some colleagues had already left, saving the company layoff compensation. At 1 p.m., I told my leader about my decision. He understood and welcomed me back if things improve. An hour later, my resignation was processed. I packed up, clocked out for the last time, and headed home. This was my first time quitting without a backup plan, facing monthly mortgages and expenses.
2023, a year rife with unemployment. Here I am, an HR person, jobless for over 4 months. Finally, I got an interview today. I thought, whatever the conditions, I need the job. My pockets are cleaner than my face. I just need to earn some money before the year ends. Year-end, and our company is starting another round of layoffs. A friend mentioned their company is cutting 50% of the staff after the new year, but the list isn't out yet. Our company is laying off about 30%. The job market this year is just too bad. Even those who strive to find new employment are often blocked by the employment glass ceiling at age 35. A netizen shared a video of her husband, a 40-year-old middle-aged man, struggling to find a job for over a year despite repeated revisions to his resume. With a monthly mortgage of 10,000 yuan, about $1,400 and depleted savings, they are left with 3 options: selling egg pancakes, delivering food, or retraining in IT at a relative's place.
Today, I interviewed at 3 companies, and it was quite a shock. At 33, I'm already considered old. One HR person directly said they feared I couldn't handle late nights because of my age. I nearly choked. I'm not even old yet. Another director in the second interview said they wouldn't even consider me at 33 if not for a referral. What's happening to society? Is 30 the end of the line? Shouldn't life start at 30?
Given the scarcity of regular jobs, many unemployed individuals have turned to ride-hailing as a driver for its flexible hours and low entry barriers. The tagline, "Finding no job, then drive for Didi," is no longer a joke in China. Didi Chuxing, China's largest ride-hailing app, reports a 43% increase in active drivers from 13 million in March 2021 to 19 million in March 2023. However, due to economic downturns and downgraded consumption, the demand for ride-hailing services has decreased. According to Didi Chuxing, active users only increased from 380 million to 410 million between 2021 and 2023, a growth of less than 10%, indicating an oversupply in the market and diminished earnings for drivers. Shanghai drivers, who once earned up to 1,800 yuan, about $254 a day, now make about 600 yuan, about $85 a day. Some drivers report working 18 hours to earn 600 yuan without time for meals, sleep, washing face, or bathroom breaks. Moreover, drivers have to bear platform rental fees and commissions. To save money, some have slept in their cars for up to 5 months. A driver in Shanghai says he rents his car for 350 yuan a day, requiring 8 hours of work to break even, with any earnings afterwards being his actual income. To cut costs, he sleeps in the car at charging stations after work. Working about 15 hours a day, he earns roughly 400 yuan daily, with no days off except for when he is sick. In Lanzhou, Gansu, Mr. Wang, who runs a ride-hailing car rental business, observed that since March and April, many small business owners from catering and other industries, aged 35 to 43, have started driving for his company, likely due to poor business and nothing else to do. According to data compiled by Bloomberg from China's online recruitment platform Zhaopin, the average salary offered by enterprises in 38 major Chinese cities in the fourth quarter of 2023 fell by 1.3% from the previous year to 10,420 yuan, about $1,450. This marks the third consecutive quarter of salary decline in China, highlighting the risk of higher inflation in the Chinese economy in 2024. The bleak job market is expected to further strain the already rapidly declining consumer spending power in the post-pandemic years. Chinese economist Wang Jun noted that China's economic trend is the opposite of major global economies like Europe and America. While they are experiencing inflation and rising interest rates, China is lowering rates. This basically indicates an economic recession. Wang stated that the damage inflicted by 3 years of the pandemic on China's economy is unlikely to recover quickly. Over the next 3 to 5 years, or even a decade, China's economy might struggle to regain its vitality.